At the end of the day, if the studies come back that there are issues, should we not be waiting to see what those studies say before we decide whether the project should go forward or not?
Absolutely. The problem is we haven't got a commitment out of either the province or the city. But if there are problems, we don't know what the mitigation is going to look like. If the problems are insurmountable, does that mean the project is going to be stopped? And if it's going to be stopped, then what? The vacuum that's been created by basically 18 months of doing nothing is the city's responsibility. Why can't we sit down with the city and Meridian and talk about a cleaner, greener future for this industrial site? It's high time that we got on with turning that into something wonderful for the community. Meridian would make more money developing the site than they would making the bricks.
So you're not advocating that the undeveloped space now be somehow converted to public space, but that it's redeveloped in a different way other than a quarry?
Well, we've talked to several landscape designers, and I've talked to some developers personally about this. There is enough space at 150 acres for everyone to get what they want. We can preserve the species at risk habitat, and there's enough of the already extracted, or what's being extracted and already extracted, of a footprint to make something incredibly wonderful up there. I mean, you name it, it's a blank canvas. You could fill it in.
Does Meridian still get to take the shale out to make bricks? Or does that end?
Well, I think what needs to be preserved should be protected. Could part of that cell be excavated? Probably. But the question is, why can't we have the city and the residents helping to shape what that looks like, instead of just being told, we've got a license, we've been here for almost 100 years, we've got a license that's decades old, and we just want to do the same old thing over again? What if Meridian makes more money? What if the city gets a crown jewel in this part of Burlington? And what if the residents are protected? Why wouldn't we do it that way? And if you don't like it, that's fine, but at least you should be able to justify why we're not proceeding in that fashion. And right now, we're not getting any answers, and we're not getting the opportunity to be heard.
You're not getting the opportunity to present that alternative vision for that space.
That's the frustration.
Okay.
Everybody wins in that scenario.
But you can actually make presentations, whether it's on the agenda item or not, to City Council. Has that been done?
That's the next step. So Meridian is hosting a public meeting on November the 29th at Crossroads, and the Tyandaga Environmental Coalition is hosting a meeting on November the 16th at the same Crossroads Center. The result of the tech meeting is, I hope, going to be a call from the community to go to council and to make the presentation, the kind of presentation we're talking about. But frankly, so far, what's the point of going to council and talking to council and the mayor if they're not listening?